Hello. Hi, everyone. I've got to have a sip of my tea. Should have done that before I push go live. There you go. Got to be done. Sorry about the slurping. Hi. It's time for a coffee break. How are you doing? You don't have to have coffee. Just come and have a break. You can have any beverage you like, obviously, but no beverage required. Just coming and receiving the love that I want to send you. How are you looking after yourself? I hope you are looking after yourself. The energies have been really intense as we just had a full moon, lunar eclipse, and now we're going into this, like, a lot of retrograde season and lots of things. If you follow these energies, it's like March is, you know, nuttier than nutty butter, whatever that is. Right, I have got my cards here, but nutty in all the most wonderful ways that are absolutely helping us to shed all that stuff that's not meant for us anymore and lining us up with all the glorious stuff that is meant for us. I've got my Wisdom for Healing cards here, so I'm going to pull us one of these for a bit of guidance. Most of all, more than anything, I just want to make sure that you know that I see you, whether you're at home there or out and about, busy bee, whether you're, you know, feeling good or feeling stuck in the mud today. I want you to know that you are more than enough. You're wonderful, whole, complete, fabulous, and part of my world, part of our community, and mattering uber much. Oh, that's a good cut. Oh, I don't know if we had that last week. I'll have to try and remember, but it's a goodie. So I was watching a little video earlier about numerology. Now, as an energy therapist, I am following and interested in lots of these things, but I don't know my numerology at all. I just enjoy the input from someone who knows it and invites me into it. And she was saying, I don't even know what the numbers are, sorry, but she was saying that Wednesday coming is a real portal for focus on peace. And that really struck me as something that I wanted to reflect on with you, because I don't know about you, but in our house we certainly talk a lot about stuff that's in the news lately, and Trump and you know, there's a lot going on out in the world that I think for a lot of people, absolutely understandably, tap into their sense of fear, tap into their sense of frustration, tap into their sense of anger, you know. And I think when I think about the energy of peace, it really makes me want to reflect on where I believe peace has to begin. Because we all want peace in the world, don't we? We all want peace in the world. We all want peace out there in the world as a whole. And at these times where we see things, you know, really unsettled and people struggling and suffering because of it, we cry out and we call for peace in the world and peace for everybody. And also within the context of our families here, as the parents we are, you know, we want peace. We want peace for our children and young people in their internal and their external environments, and we wish that for them so much. But for me, and the reason that I call this group Peace with PDA, is because choosing peace is always a journey that has to start within. Because how can we hold space for peace in another, for peace in our family, for peace in our community, for peace in the world, if we're not coming from a vibration and a space inside of peace? It has to start with us. Every single time that we are feeling that disturbance in our peace, we have to ask ourselves, where are we holding, where are we blocking, allowing peace inside ourselves in this moment? And that, for me, is the only journey that I'm interested in talking about when it comes to peace, because it's the one that is the most empowering, it's the one that's the most powerful, and it's the only place to start, and it's the one that everyone skips over. And so we're just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall if we're shouting about peace or we're crying about peace and we're not finding peace inside. And so, you know, I think with our families, we have a really great opportunity. I need to sip this tea. I need to make peace with the fact that I made a drink just before I came on videos, because it was unplanned, because I made a cup of tea and went to sit down and relax. And then my daughter said, "Can I have a bit of space, Mum? I'm doing something." And I went, "Oh, I can go and do my video," but I'd still made my tea. So peace has to be, you know, that inside journey. And I always think about peace through the framework of what I bring to you, through the framework of EFT tapping. Because EFT says that it is the static in our body's energy system that we need to address. So we have some kind of reaction going on, some kind of response, some kind of friction, some kind of tension, some kind of stress, some kind of anxiety, you know, something going on. And we say, you know, therefore I don't feel peaceful because of this story, this situation, this emotion, this thing that happened to me. You know, we have this experience going on that we have some kind of reaction to, and therefore we are not feeling peaceful. And EFT tapping says, actually, you have this person, this place, this situation, this memory, this experience going on, and you have a disruption that comes up in your body's energy system, and that is causing the lack of peace. And therefore, what you need to do is to address the disruption in your body's energy system. So notice you don't have to change the circumstances, the things people are saying, the memories that are being triggered. You don't have to change any of those. You simply have to address the reaction that's going on in your nervous system, which is just like that static on the telly, on the screen, you know, it's like zzz, can't see things right, can't feel things right, it's not clear. I'm not open, I'm not clear, I've got this static going on. And that's what we're always doing with EFT tapping. That's what I'm always harping on about. So I don't know if this week, this feels like it's speaking to you. I don't know if Wednesday you're going to wake up and suddenly it's going to be like really tuned in for you, that you're going to feel called into peace. But just in case, I wanted to pop by with this message that if you're feeling that you're, you know, maybe it is the news for you, but maybe it's just you at home. A lot of us are very focused as parent carers on what's going on in our little inner circle at home. And if we are not feeling peaceful in that circumstance, then that's okay, but that is the journey that we're invited into, that our expanded self is inviting us into, to allow us to be able to now receive more peace, because we deserve that. We deserve to have peace inside. Peace is an inside job which is not conditional on what's happening outside, because if it is, we're like yo-yos, aren't we? You know, that, you know, it's something that we get to really be in exploration about, how we can choose and how we can find, so we can be open and clear and conscious as we respond to what's coming. So, for example, you know, if suddenly the house was on fire, this is a stressful situation that requires urgent attention. It's not a peaceful situation, you know. It's calling you to action. But there's this knowing in your body and this guidance that comes from within you to respond to that, which can only come when you've got everything sort of lined up to be clear and open to receive that guidance and have that energy ready, because you've been in that place already. And so it's just like that, really. We want to be responding from our best place. And if we're caught up in all our fear thoughts, you know, and projections to what's going to happen in the future, or we're caught up in our responses to memories of things that have happened in the past, and we all are, you know, I'm not beating anyone up for this, this is part of our human nature, but there's this possibility and opportunity for us to actually be more present in the now and more clear and more open and more peaceful, so that we can be more responsive to actually what's happening. And I think as the parents we are, that's super, super beneficial. So I hope that speaks to you. The card that I pulled out was this one, Surrender to the Divine. So I'll just hold that image up for you to have a little look at the moment. I'm sure I pulled this last coffee break. It's really the energies of the moment. It says, identify one fear that you need to surrender unconditionally into the hands of the divine, with the emphasis on unconditional. This prayer can truly change your entire life. Your goal is to lift the burden of fear from your soul. So I say it many times, but I'll say it again. If the term divine isn't comfortable for you, that is absolutely fine. It might be that you have a sense of a higher self, a higher power of some kind that feels comfortable for you, or just that all that is, that we're all part of. And you might not feel comfortable with the word prayer. You might be more about intention or focus or manifesting. So, use the terms that work best for you. The important aspect of it is how you can release the fear that you're holding on to. And the invitation is to be able to surrender unconditionally. It's a trustful of surrender that it's inviting you into. Because we so often, don't we? We look for peace from our fear, from the conditional. We say, if we can fix this, if we can get on top of this, if my child's feeling well today, I can feel at peace. And actually this is taking us so much deeper into an invitation of, however things are, all is well. So just notice what comes up for you as I say that. There might be a lot, I'm okay with that. And tapping on the side of the hand. You can just do a little bit of tapping with me if you feel called to. Even though I just can't let go of this fear. I love and accept myself unconditionally. I start my journey with the unconditional, starting with myself. I unconditionally love and accept myself however I feel right now. Whatever the circumstances are in my life and however I'm feeling about it, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm an amazing parent. I'm doing my best. I'm learning as I go, and I love and appreciate myself right where I am. I open my heart to releasing any fear that I feel ready and able to let go of right now, but with no pressure, with no expectation and no judgment, because I deeply and unconditionally love and accept myself right where I am. Yeah, I'm open to releasing some fear right now. I'm open to receiving more peace. I'm open to letting go of this static in my body's energy system. I don't want to hold on to this fear. It doesn't feel good. I don't know how to let it go. And I love and accept myself anyway. I love and accept myself anyway, even though I just don't know how to let this go. My mind is so full of these fearful thoughts. I'm so tired and my body is so tense. I don't know what's coming. And I don't know if I can cope. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like it. And I feel so fearful. And I love and accept myself anyway. And even after all this tapping, I still feel full of fear. I love and accept myself anyway. I unconditionally accept myself right where I am. I'm open to finding ways to release this fear in my own time, in my own way. I'd like to let go of some of this fear. I notice all the ways I want to hold on to this fear. It makes me feel like I've got some control. It makes me feel like I'm stopping things happen. It makes me feel like I was right. Makes me feel prepared. It's a barrier against the shock. It's all I know anyway. All this fear I'm carrying, all this fear. I notice where the fear is in my body. I notice where the fear is in my thoughts. I notice where the fear is in my heart. Just have a breath with me. We've tapped around some acupoints, which really soothes the nervous system and soothes down the amygdala, which is really in, really in mode when we talk about fear. Calming it down, just taking the edge off a little. So now I just want to invite you to notice if you have a particular fear that's really showing up for you right now. And I want you to get really particular and specific about it. So not just fear of what's coming or fear of the future or fear about school or, it's like get really tuned in. Fear my car's going to fail its MOT tomorrow, or fear the assessment, people aren't going to believe me. Fear I'm not going to be able to pay the bills this week. Whatever yours is, just notice it and get really particular. And I just want you to notice the thoughts, the people, the associations that are coming through for you. Don't reach for them, just notice the ones that are there. And then notice any places in your body where you might be feeling the energy a bit restricted. Maybe it's a bit tight in your breathing, or a bit tense in the shoulders, or maybe there's a bit of churning in the gut. Just notice where it is. And bringing so much love and appreciation for yourself of being right where you are in this vulnerability. I'm somebody who runs a lot of fear core stories through my life journey. I'm here with you. Okay. Even though I feel the fear, I love and accept myself. Can you notice we're not saying I want it to go away, it has to go away. We're just saying I feel scared and I appreciate and accept myself. Okay. Even though I feel this fear, I love and accept myself. Even though there might be good reasons for me to be feeling this fear, I love and accept myself. Even though I've got all these thoughts and feelings of blame, shame, guilt, anger, frustration, bitterness, all caught up in this fear. I love and accept myself anyway. And even though I'm feeling this fear, I am safe right now, here and now. I'm sitting here tapping, listening to a video, so I am safe in this moment, and I can appreciate that. I appreciate myself in taking this care of myself. I notice I feel a little more peace just for having this moment, even if it doesn't last. And I love and appreciate myself for that. Feeling this fear, feeling this fear, feeling this fear in my body, feeling this tension, noticing my fearful thoughts, noticing these fearful ideas, noticing this tension, noticing this anxiety, feeling this fear and soothing my nervous system anyway. Feeling this fear and appreciating myself anyway. Feeling this fear and tapping and feeling okay anyway. And you can even put your hand on your heart and say peace. Peace. Just affirming that for yourself. You deserve that. Peace that just feels like the clarity and the stillness inside, not the static. The ease. The being in this moment. The knowing you're enough. The knowing that things will show up when you need them, the knowledge, the energy. Your job is to love on you, to accept yourself, to take care of you. Okay, my loves. Take super, super care of yourself. Have a really good week. If you're not in the weekend chat with us this week, then I'll see you when? I'll see you on Wednesday when we do our group Wakey. Wednesday for Wakey. Wednesday for Reiki. And Friday for our cards. And I'll just send you extra, extra love as we're moving through these bumpy times. I see you. I'm here for you. Give me a shout if you need any help. And we can absolutely set up one-to-one parent sessions, or you can come and join us in April for the Freedom Centre if you want to be with community as we move through shifting our energy, taking care of ourselves together. All right, lots of love to you all. Bye.